Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. The Trinamool Congress has demanded a disciplinary action and termination of services of the Kalangut police station in charge Nolasco Raposo in the Siddhi Naik case for dismissing the case as suicide as soon as her body was found on Kalangut beach on 12th of August. The 19-year-old from Nashnala had gone missing a day earlier. In a memorandum submitted to the Kalangut police, TMC demanded registering an offence for destruction of evidence. TMC has also given 24-hour ultimatum to Kalangut PI to identify the accused persons and bring him or them to justice. They demanded an early end to the investigation in a proper manner.
Justice for Siddhi Naik. The TMC delegation has demanded termination of PI Nolasco Raposo and has given 24 hours to the Kalangut police to arrest the main accused or the accused person involved in Siddhi Naik death case. On Wednesday morning, the delegation of TMC get out the Kalangut police station and demanded disciplinary action and termination of services of PI Nolasco Raposo in the Siddhi Naik case for terming the case as a suicide. In a memorandum to Kalangut police, TMC has requested to register offence for destruction of evidence. TMC has also given 24 hours ultimatum to the Kalangut PI to identify the accused person or persons and bring him or them to justice. They demanded an early end to the investigation in a proper manner.
आज आम्ही सिद्धी नाईक केसान जी मर्डर जाल्ली आणि जी her this shove was on the police was on the beach, Kalangut beach, semi-nude. So regarding that, us TMC's delegates have gone to the police station. We have demanded with the new PI that this investigation has to be done seriously. It has to be done rapidly because now there is a 302 FIR against unknown person or persons. So these persons have to be identified within 24 hours. We cannot wait. 5 months are over and there's been destruction of evidence for the last 5 months. Viscera has not been preserved. There is lots that we are not able to do now because the destruction of evidence has taken place. So we want that the police station has to now pull up their socks. The PI has to pull up his socks. He is an honest PI. That is what we have come to know. And whatever the previous PI has not done, this PI now has to do over and above and make up for all of that because we want the name of the murderer. We want the identity of the murderer and we want that murderer to be brought to justice.
आज आम्ही कलांगूट पोलीस स्टेशनार येयल्ली जी सिद्धी नायकाची केस असली ती पहिली सुसायड म्हणून रेजिस्टर जाल्ली आसा आणि आता PI ट्रान्सफर सस्पेंड जावच्या पयलीं तेणे रेजिस्टर केल्या की ती मर्डर केस म्हणून. सो आम्ही हे डेलिगेशन घेवन येयल्ली मेमोरेंडम दिवपाक की हे केसीचो निकाल बेगीतल्या बेगीन जावचो आणि फेर जावचो. याच्या फाटसून जे कोण आहात त्यांची सारखी चौकशी जावची.
Meanwhile, new Kalangut PI Lakshi Amonkar says that the murder case was registered by then PI Nolasco Raposo on the 28th of December and he took charge of Kalangut on the 31st of December. Very first minute, he has begun and added that the investigation to this case has begun. Watch.
With one memorandum. Actually, तेंच्यांनी काल कितें सांगलेलें की ते घेराव बी घालतले पुलीस स्टेशनार पूण आज तेंच्यांनी येवन आमकां मेमोरेंडम दिला रिक्वेस्टिंग फॉर अ फेअर एंड ट्रान्सपरंट इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन इन सिद्धी नाईक केस. तेतून कितें आय हॅव टेकन चार्ज ऑन 31st. आय हॅव गॉन थ्रू द केस पेपर्स. वॉट एवर इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन इज लेफ्ट विल बी डन. इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन विल बी डन इन ऑल द एंगल्स. काय लूपहोल्स उरचे ना हितून. केस रजिस्टर पयली जाल्या PI रापोज नॉलास्को रापोज तेणें रजिस्टर केल्ले मर्डर ऑफेन्स आनी म्हाका इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन हँड ओवर केलें तेणें. पळय आमची आय हॅव ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड माय इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन इन दीस केस. ते अल्टिमेटम दिले म्हणून तशें जायना ते 24 hours. आतां इन्क्वायरी चालू आहा. वी हॅव टू रावंड अप पिपल्स विटनेसीस फॉर ते सगळे एक्झामीन करपाक जाय. वील डू आवर जॉब.
इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम जातली
ना फूल इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन जातलें.
Health Minister Viswajit Rane has said the Chief Minister and he would jointly take necessary steps in the wake of the third COVID wave in the state. Before that, the expert committee has to make suggestions to the government in view of the positivity rate. Our job is to flatten the curve and we will keep on reviewing the steps that needs to be taken, he said.
myself and the Chief Minister together jointly will take whatever steps need to be taken. But before that, there is something called the expert committee. I have also mentioned that the expert committee has to make suggestions to the government in view of the positivity rate and how the positivity rate, because our job here is to flatten the curve. Now, also just for your knowledge, because all of you must be following me on Twitter, I give the factual position of the state on Twitter. We have got more Omicron cases in the state. As a result, all these Delta cases which we get as Delta are getting converted to Omicron. Basically, what we need to do is see how the curve is moving, and we need to work towards flattening the curve. So whatever steps required, the expert committee is constantly briefing you on this, and then they will report to the government. And government means the Chief Minister and all of us, then we'll take appropriately. We will keep on reviewing the steps that need to be taken. Now, last task force meeting, Chief Minister has already briefed the media. Accordingly, they have taken some steps. So accordingly, we'll keep on moving here.
Story by Devendra Gaonkar for Herald TV.
Now let's take a short break. Welcome back. The Goa government has decided to shut schools for classes 8th to 12th and colleges till January 26th amid surge in COVID-19 cases. Here's more.
A circular was issued by the State Education Director on Wednesday. As COVID-19 cases are rising in the state, it is decided by the competent authority that the educational institutions from Standard 8 and 12 will remain closed with immediate effect up to January 26th. The students of the age group of 15 to 18 years of Standard 9 to 12 may be called to the school for vaccination purposes only by following the COVID-19 appropriate behavior, the circular read. The classes will be held online, it added. The decision was taken after a meeting of the COVID-19 task force on Monday to review the situation in the state. Dr. Shekhar Salkar, a member of the task force, told Herald TV, after the meeting of the COVID task force, it has been decided to close the physical sessions for classes 8 and 9 till January 26th. Students of classes 10 to 12 have to come only for the vaccination. Colleges will also remain closed till January 26th.
The Aam Aadmi Party on Wednesday came down heavily on the BJP government, especially Chief Minister Pramod Sawant, over the spike in COVID cases in the state. AAP Goa convener Rahul Mambre said CM Sawant and his government should be held responsible for the rise in COVID cases in the state. He let the show go on during the last few weeks of December, and today Goans' lives are put at risk.
ताका लागीना काय कोविड प्रोटोकॉल्स फाटी तांची आनी खंय तरी मिटींग चालू असली हे पॉलिटिकल सोडून दी सनबर्न प्रमोद सावंत सांगितल्या पुढे परमिशन दिवना आणि तुम्हीच मिडियान सगळे कडेन व्हिज्युअल चालल्या कशी गर्दी जाल्ली ती तेन्ना प्रमोद सावंत काय उलोवना बेधडक सगळी परमिशनां दिल्ली आनी आतां काल काय पयर सांगता तो नायट कर्फ्यू सुरू जाले तेन्ना सगळी आपली सरकारान पॉलिटिशियन आपली बॉल्सां भरली प्रमोद सावंत आनी बीजेपी तेन्ना तांची तोंडां बंद जाली आतां उगडपाक लागले नायट कर्फ्यू आनी बाकीचे कितें तें तेन्ना गोंयच्या लोकांनी सुद्दां शिटूक रावपाक जाय ह्या सरकाराक जेन्ना सेकंड वेव आयलो कांयच पडिल्लें नाशिल्लें आम आदमी पार्टी तेन्ना फुडें रावले ऑक्सिमिटर दी ऑक्सिजन कॉन्सन्ट्रेट आम आदमी पार्टीन फुडारको घेतलो सरकारान आपले हात वयर काडले भिवपाची गरज ना इतलेंच सांगलें आतां थर्ड वेव परत आयले प्रमोद सावंत तांचे वांगडी मंत्रीच जबाबदार आसतले थर्ड वेव जेन्ना निर्बंध हाडपा दिसले रिस्ट्रिक्शन हाडपा दिसले तेन्ना ते ओगी रावले आनी आतां तुमी काल आसा 13% पॉझिटिव्हिटी रेट पूर्णपणे प्रमोद सावंत आनी हेल्थ मिनिस्टर जबाबदार आसा आतां ताणें सगळें सांबाळपाचे लोकां फुडें प्लॅन कितें तो कशें ताणें बॅड्स कितले अरेंज केल्या ते फाल्यां परत शॉर्टेज जायत परत ऑक्सिजनची कमी जायत तेन्ना परत तो म्हणटलो ट्रक ड्रायव्हराचेर ब्लेम दितलो ते ऑक्सिजन सिलिंडर व्हरतालो वा त्या ट्रक ड्रायव्हर कोणाक सोदून काडटलो तांचेर बोट दाखयतलो तो
दे आर टेलिंग पीपल टू बी केअरफुल अबाउट कोरोना पण प्रत्येक सभेन जी गर्दी आसा त्या गर्देचेर लक्ष मारलें जाल्यार कोविड प्रोटोकॉल खंयच फॉलो करना मास्क नासता लोकांक आनी अशा वेळार तुमी जे लोकांक सांगता की कोविड प्रोटोकॉल फॉलो करात मास्क घालात म्हणून म्हाका दिसता खंय तरी सरकाराचे कितलेशेच चुकता तेन्ना तांणी हे गोष्टी करपाच्यो बंद करपाक जाय कारण ओमिक्रॉन जो वेरियंट आसा एज पर करंट रिपोर्ट्स इट्स हायली कंटेजियस आणि हातून म्हाका दिसता सरकाराचो हेतू असो आसा की जशा तरेन भंय जाला की एक हायप क्रिएट करून आनी हो चड वाडलो जाल्यार इलेक्शन पोस्टपोन करपाचो विचार मनात येता तांच्या असो खंय तरी एक लोकांक डावट येवपाक लागला कारण सरकार पडटली ही हाजो भंय तांच्या तकलेन आज एकदम गेल्लो आसा.
Now let's take a short break. Welcome back. Kalangut PI Lakshi Amonkar said he will go hard on all criminal activities and illegalities in Kalangut. Speaking on several crimes and illegalities in Kalangut, the PI Amonkar declared that presently all illegal dance bars have been shut.
आमच्या आज घेतलेले सगळे डान्स बार बी आमी बंद दवरले. तुम्ही चेक करू शकतात. ऑल डान्स बार्स आर क्लोज. अंमली पदार्थ आम्ही ऑलरेडी आय हॅव डेव्हलप माय इन्फॉर्मंट्स माझी इन्फॉर्मंट्स ऑलरेडी फील्डान आहा. वी आर डेव्हलपिंग इन्फॉर्मेशन and we will be booking cases under NDPS side.
सर छोटूसे पार्लर चालू आसा 2 पार्लर दररोज चालू आसा
बंद केले डान्स बार सगळे बंद केले
पार्लर चालू आसा त्याचे लायसन्स ना काय तिकडे
खंयसर चालू आहा पार्लर
तो एक मेसेज लागीन आसा आणि एक बागार टोपलो
हांव व्हेरीफाय करून हांव बंद करतलो कित्याक पळय 4 दीस जाले चार्ज घेवन 2-3 दीस आता हे बंदोबस्तानूच गेले न्यू इयर सेलिब्रेशन येते हांव कितें आहा व्हेरीफाय करून सगळे कितें पळय इलिगल आहा ते सगळे एक्टिविटीज बंद करतलो.
Congress has said the new empaneled banks are refusing to process house building loans to government servants since government has not signed an MOU with them. The party blamed the BJP government for discontinuing the old 2% interest rate scheme. Now the government servants not only have to pay higher interest but have to redo the entire process. The party also castigated the government for discontinuing the DDSY and Ladli Lakshmi schemes for government servants.
MOU has not yet been signed with the banks. And bank is not ready to process the HBA loans and they are saying what Sutsuti scheme December 13th एक नोटिफिकेशन काढले आणि हे नोटिफिकेशनान एक न्यू स्कीम त्यांनी हे केली आणि एका नाव दिले हाऊस बिल्डिंग लोन स्कीम हाऊस बिल्डिंग ऍडव्हान्स आले ती हाऊस बिल्डिंग लोन स्कीम म्हणून केली आणि हे स्कीमीन त्यांनी गव्हर्नमेंटान कितें केला गव्हर्नमेंट सर्वंटांक जे पण इवन पहिले 2020 मे 2020 जांची त्यांनी विथड्रॉ केल्ली तांकां देखून फ्रेश एप्लिकेशन करपाचे हे स्कीमीच्या अंडर आणि तांकां 2% तेणी पे करपाचो म्हणटा गव्हर्नमेंट आणि बॅलन्स अप टू मॅक्झिमम ऑफ 5% विल बी बोर्न बाय द गव्हर्नमेंट म्हणटा 2 + 5 7 जालो इफ द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट इज सपोज 8% ऑफ द लँडिंग बँक जाल्यार गव्हर्नमेंट सर्वंट विल हॅव टू पे द एडिशनल 5% पळय गव्हर्नमेंट पे करतलो आणि गव्हर्नमेंट सर्वंटान 2 + 1 करचो पडलो 3%. एप्लिकेशन करचे पडले हे न्यू बँके कडेन ह्यो न्यू बँके म्हणटा आमकडे मेमोरंडम MOU अजूनही सायन करूंक ना आनीक गव्हर्नमेंट सर्वंट आता हे जालेले आहा म्हणजे तांणी कितें तेचो फेट कितें आनी जरी तर ते दुसरे बँके कडेन MOU सायन लेगून केलो आनी जरी तर तेणी लोन एप्लाय केले तेणी जाल्यार तिका सगळो प्रोसिजर फ्रेश करचो पडटा. प्रमोद सावंत सरकार याने ही स्कीम पाड घातली गव्हर्नमेंट सर्वंटांक ते म्हणटा मिसयूज जाता म्हणून आनी मिसयूज कसलो म्हणजे तुमकां गव्हर्नमेंट सर्वंटाचेर विस्वास ना जाय हॉस्पिटलांचेर विस्वास ना हॉस्पिटलां कितें फेक बिलां दिलेली हें जावंक शकना कित्याक गव्हर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉईजाक एक फावट मेडिकल रिएम्बर्समेंटाक जाय तो टायम वयता आनी जे केमो घेवपाचे आसता जायते फावट एम्प्लॉईजांक केमो घेवपाचे आसता आनी ते प्रिफर करता मणिपाल आनी दुसरी हॉस्पिटलां हे करता हांव हॉस्पिटलांक खंयचे प्रमोट करिना पूण प्रायवेट हॉस्पिटलांत ते जेन्ना ट्रिटमेंट घेता तांकां तो रिएम्बर्समेंट मेळना.
KTC Drivers and Allied Employees Union held a dharna outside the KTC head office in Panjim demanding the areas of the 7th Pay Commission and filling up of about 100 vacant posts with Badli workers. 200 of the 500 Badli workers were already made permanent due to demands from the union.
7th Pay कामगारांक लागू केला, पूण 7th पेचे आदलो सुमार 29 म्हयन्यांचो जो एरियर्स आहा तो एरियर्स कामगारांक दिवंक ना आनी एग्रीमेंटूय युनियना लागीं जावंक ना. कांय मॅनेजमेंटान युनियनाक एश्युरन्स दिल्ले की एकदां कामगार रिटायर जाले जाल्यार परतून त्या कामगारांक एक्सटेन्शन दिवचें ना. तुमी जाणात, मॅनेजमेंटूय जाणा, सरकारूय जाणा की लगभग 500 बदली कामगार ह्या कदंबा ट्रान्सपोर्ट कॉर्पोरेशनांत आसात. तातूंत लगभग 200 कामगारांक युनियनान मॅनेजमेंटा लागीं झगडून परमनंट केल्ले आसा आनी परमनंट लेटर्स सुमार 200 कामगारांक दिल्यात. वय मो सो उरले 300 कामगार. जर हे 300 कामगार ते परमनंट जावपाक जाय आनी आमी असो मुद्दो दवरला की ज्या ज्या वेळी रिटायर जातात, ऑलरेडी 100 वयर रिटायर जाले, त्याचे पोस्ट फिलअप करूंक ना. आनी आमी सांगला की 2 वर्सां कोणाची कंप्लीट जाता जाल्यार ती 2 वर्सां कंप्लीट जातकूच आज बदली कामगार ताका परमनंट करपाक जाय.
A 17-year-old boy, Prem Pramod Salgaonkar, accidentally fell into an 8-meter deep well at Valpoi, TV. The MAPSA Fire Services personnel stabilized his injured left leg and rescued him from the well. Firemen Hitesh Parab, Vishwanath Korgaonkar, Pramod Mahalle, Rohan Naik, Paresh Mandrekar and Swapnesh Kalangutkar assisted in the operation.
Prem Pramod Salgaonkar, aged 17 years, accidentally fell into an 8-meter deep well. The incident happened at Valpoi, TV. Salgaonkar injured his left leg. MAPSA Fire Services personnel stabilized his leg and rescued him.
Every year, former and sitting MLAs and MPs from Goa meet on 9th January, that is Legislators Day. They discuss issues pertaining to Goa once. Last year, the legislators passed a resolution on the Made River diversion.
Assembly Day is 9 January. All our MLAs, present MLAs, ex-MLAs, present MPs, ex-MPs, आमी मेवता आनी तेतूंत आमची भासाभास जाता आनी तेतूंत आमकां कितें तरी गोंयांत जाय, कितें तरी जावंक ना, कितें तरी प्रॉब्लेम जाला आनी तें आमी तेतूंत उलयता आनी त्या प्रमाणे आमी कितें तें बरें तें आमी तेतूंत रेजोल्यूशन पास करून आमी कितें लायक लास्ट इयर आमी मध्य रिवराचेर उलयले, मागीर तो टॉपीक डिस्कस जाता आनी आमी तें उलोवन मागीर 9 जानेवारी आमकां सगळ्यांक एक्चुली म्हणटा ती युनिटी एक सगळे आमी MLA आदले ते आतां पासून आहा ते मेवता आनी तेतूंत डिसिजन आमचें जाता.
आनी कोण हे कितल्यांक आसतलो
टायमींग 11 o'clock स्टार्ट जाता. 10 o'clock
प्रोग्राम कितें
प्रोग्राम आसता आमचो. प्रोग्राम आमी ऑलरेडी फायनलायज केला पयर आनी आमची हाल्या मिटींग आहा तितून आमचे सगळें अपडेट जातलें.
After a long hiatus, director George brings on stage his new theatre, PA. The drama revolves around a family and the role of Word of God in keeping a family together. Watch the interview of the director and cast of the theatre PA with our host Elvis Sequeira in Theatre Ani Teatris at 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday and repeat thereafter on Herald TV and YouTube.
जाल्यार हे तुज्या तियात्राची कोता कित्याची थापलेली आसा?
ना, गोराब्याची आनी एके भाशेन देवाच्या उतराची दवरलेली आसा. आमचे गोराबे कशे जावंक जाय, देवाची आसने, देवाची कृपा आसल्यार आमचे गोराबे केन्ना मोडचे ना. जायत्यो आडकोड्यो येतल्यो हे हांव तातूंत दाखयता.
फोळे मामी, फोळे पुलीस आयल्या तेडी घेवन केदें व्हडलें नांव न्हय आमकां.
अगुस्तीन तुवें कितें केलें? कित्याक म्हूण तुवें म्हाका फटयलें अगुस्तीन?
Everyone thinks that boxing is all about fighting as seen as a dangerous sport. But SAG boxing coach Chidambaram Naik says that it's not only about fighting, it's a professional sport that teaches one to be disciplined and alert. Coach Chidambaram was speaking to Herald TV on its program Sports Talkies. You can watch the full episode on Herald TV and YouTube.
Most of us think boxing is only about fighting, but they do not know what boxing and how boxing is actually played. So if you could elaborate, what is amateur and what is professional?
Yeah, I will be very happy to explain about professional and amateur boxing. So even I want people to come to know that there is a difference between professional and amateur boxing. See, amateur boxing is totally safe and it is very technical. Okay, and professional boxing, yes, you get a lot of money, but it's risky because see, first difference between amateur and professional boxing is professional boxers get a lot of money to fight. Even if they lose, they get money. They win, they get money. They lose, they get money. But amateur boxing, boxers don't get money. They play for their for their name. They get fame. They they play for their schools. They play for their state, for the nation. So yeah, it's all about bringing name and fame to the state and nation and for their school, for their parents. This is all about amateur boxing. We don't get money over here. But yes, it's like we get a lot of respect in amateur boxing. But in professional boxing, they play for money. You win, you get money. You lose, you get money. But there is a lot of damage also in professional boxing.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.